Penang is another city in Malaysia where it's best to just get out and see the town without a plan. Talk to the shop and restaurant owners, and just explore it for exploration's sake. There's very little about Penang that's hidden or cordoned off. It's definitely got its more rugged and unappealing side, like the open, raw sewage that ferments in the hot sun. But there's also the aroma that's constantly filling the air from all the street-side restaurants to water down that fecund smell. Of the 13 states in Malaysia, Penang is the only island state that houses the seat of government. It's also the second smallest, next to Perlis. But while it's small, it's one of the most economically developed and financially important states in the country. It's a hub for exports, tourism, and banking. Colloquially, a resident of Penang is known as a Penangite, and because locals like to shorten the names of their cities into just 2 letters, as in KK for Kota Kinabalu or KL for Kuala Lumpur, Penang is referred to as PP, as its full name is Pulau Pinang. Regionally speaking, it's also been referred to as the Pearl of the Orient, and its roots in trade date back well into the 14th and 15th centuries with the likes of the Ming Dynasty's Chinese Navy. Just as it does today, its exports included textiles like fabrics, clay tiles, and pottery. And all around the island, these roots are clearly visible today.
So this is Sam's place. Sam's makes all kinds of different fabrics, mostly for women, but they make articles for men as well. I was looking for the Baju Melayu, but they don't have the Baju Melayu, which is a traditional Malay type shirt. And the Baju means shirt, but Melayu means sort of a festive or celebratory. And they make Indian clothing, a lot like this clothing here. And so, anyway, I think here's somebody who can help me. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Cyle, and I'm interested in some traditional clothing from either Malaysia or maybe a Hindu influence or something like that. Do you have anything like that for men?
I have from Indian outfit, yes, for men.
Okay.
But Malay outfit, I'm sorry, I don't have.
Don't have Malay?
I don't have Malay.
All right, what do you have for large men like me?
Well, I have something like this. We have sizes in this.
Okay.
Size 60 to 64.
Okay.
This is the Indian outfit.
All right.
And I have some Western outfit also in big sizes.
Okay.
So over here, this is pure silk. This is silk also.
Okay.
And this is a Malaysian tradition, Malaysian batik. I'll show you, yeah, batik. I show you a nice color. It'll be nice in the movie. Yeah, something like this.
Wow.
This is a hand-drawn batik.
Oh, okay.
And we have sizes in that also. This is pure silk.
Very nice.
It costs you around 300.
300 ringgit?
Yep.
That's what pure silk costs, huh?
Yes, yes. Anything else I can show you, sir?
What is it that you guys custom make outfits for women?
No, we have ready-mades for women. That's from India, Bombay.
Okay.
And they come from the boutiques from India. So I have whatever I'm wearing is something like that.
Right. And that looks very uniquely Indian.
Yeah, it is.
And it's I've noticed that the tears along the side there.
Yeah, yeah.
That they separate. That's unique to the India, but as well they have some in the sort of like the Muslim garb that they wear. Yes.
Yeah, I have that also. I can show you. Yeah.
Sure.
Something like this.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
got a cut.
Yeah, very cool.
They call this the juba.
Juba.
Yeah, and this is meant for sometimes the Muslims. They wear this, and they wear leggings inside it.
Yeah. Very cool. And it's only this, or maybe an undershirt and.
Yeah, they have only leggings underneath because it's already sleeve. It's long sleeve, so they don't need to wear anything inside.
Right. So it's very cool on a hot day.
Very cool, yes.
Yeah. Very
cool
breathable.
I have this in silk and same thing in cotton.
Okay. And silk is very nice for hot weather as well.
Yes,
Right.
it's very cool.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much for the information.
Most welcome, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
The Malay word for clothing is baju, so baju Melayu means Malaysian fashion. It generally includes a tunic, like the shop owner showed me, with trousers. For men, this also includes a sampin, which basically is a sarong wrapped around the hips. What's a sarong? Basically put, It's a large, thin, towel-like fabric that's wrapped around the lower half of the body and used in everything from ceremonial occasions to comfortable walks on the beach. And as luck would have it, there was a shop down the road to offer some great examples.
Hello. Hi, my name's Cyle. I'm interested in like a baju Melayu sort of traditional dress for the man.
We have something like this. This is a baju Melayu.
Oh yeah?
Baju Melayu.
And for big Western men, what sizes do you have?
Normally, for the biggest now, you have the biggest XL, but
Right. But normally, do you have other sizes as well?
no, normally standard is XL usually because we for the local market mostly, but seldom we get customers from Western who want very big sizes.
Right, right.
But we get some other item like Indian product which have big sizes.
Okay.
We have until 10 XL.
10 XL.
These are cotton,
For
cotton fabric.
very big men.
And we have got these are the latest costume for the Muslim people are using now.
Right.
And we got various sizes. Normally, biggest is XL, and normally we get it.
Okay.
And there are some batik which are made from cotton.
Okay. And these are batik for the men. The like.
This is normally ladies use it, but you can use for other purpose like wall decoration.
Walter. Okay.
You can use for tablecloths and many other uses if you can think of.
Sure. Sure.
We got like sarong for men. These are sarong for men.
Ah, right, right, right. And this is, it's wrapped around the waist.
Around the waist, yeah.
Okay.
We use it a lot in Malaysia normally, this one.
Oh, and it's already sewn in a circle.
Sewn as a circle, yeah.
Okay. And this is normal. You can wear this anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, you can use anywhere. Yeah.
Is
you
it?
can use anywhere. It's very, very comfortable.
Right.
Cooling. Even for sleeping, it's very, very comfortable.
Oh, okay. And even with cotton, it breathes.
We have got mix and we have cotton. Cottons
Okay.
come from mostly from Madras.
And how much is one of these?
The cheapest I have is 12 ringgit.
12 ringgit?
And then we have got a higher quality until 45 ringgit.
Okay. Do you have a good deal for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you a very good deal.
All right. What do you think?
I'll give you 10 ringgit.
10 ringgit?
Yeah.
What about the blue one here? This.
It's the same price.
Same? Can you do for 8 ringgit?
Okay, we make it 9 ringgit. Okay, we can win-win.
Okay, 9 ringgit. I'll buy one for 9 ringgit. And this is good for me. This color?
Yeah, this color is good for you, and the height and the length is just quite big enough.
And it'll fit in
It
everything.
will fit everybody. Yeah,
How do I tie it on and everything? They're having a celebration over there.
Yeah, I see. There's an Indian temple.
Oh,
every
right,
Sunday. Like this.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay. And just roll it down.
Right now. You are very
Oh, okay.
comfortable.
So it's very long. Wow.
Yeah, you can adjust it up here.
It starts way up on the chest and then.
Down. After you circle, after you roll down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now I know. Now I know how to do it when I go home. Okay. All right. And what's your name?
My name is Muhammad Ashraf.
Okay, Mohammed. And so people can come find you 217 Penang Road. Come look for Mr. Ashraf.
Okay, thank you, sir. Nice
All right.
to meet you. Have a nice day.
And happy Chinese New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
If there's one thing that brings on the appetite, it's city walking in the heat. So thankfully there are lots of restaurants with a veritable smorgasbord of tasty foods in just about every nook and cranny of the city.
I'm here at Restaurant Yasmin.
Yes.
And what can you tell me about this food?
Yeah. This is a biryani, our special biryani. Biryani. And I got all the curry, spices, Indian spices, mixed with Indian spices. This is fried chicken with mixed with some special spice from the Yasmin spices.
Okay.
And this is you can get some state only in Penang you can get it.
Only
Squid
in Penang.
egg.
Squid egg.
Yes. The
Wow.
calamari, the big octopus egg. And this is prawn and the fried prawns.
Those are big.
Yeah. Fried prawns. This is fish roll.
Fish roll.
Yes, sir. And omelette. And the egg and the squid, we got the fried squid.
Okay.
Fried. And this is the curry.
Oh, squid curry?
Yeah, squid curry. And I have lamb kurma.
Okay.
This is very mild lamb. The tourists like to eat this, mild.
And it's called kurma?
Kurma, yeah.
Kurma.
Kurma.
Okay.
And this is lamb masala, a spicy one.
And all the different soups. Okay.
Chicken curry. This is a masala chicken curry. And this one is the vegetable curry.
So just for
You will
vegetarian?
get for the biryani sauce.
Okay.
Okay. I have rotis also. But,
Okay.
but this roti we start in the morning until 12 and then evening at 5 o'clock until 12.
Rotis?
Yes.
And these are the dip?
Yeah, you get it with the vegetable curry.
Okay.
Yes. And yeah.
That's about it, huh?
Okay.
Oh, that's enough, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Welcome,
And
sir.
this is Restaurant Yasmin,
Yes, sir.
right in the heart of Georgetown.
Yeah, head of Georgetown.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Penang is full of shop and restaurant owners that are happy to take time to talk to anybody. They work long hours and nearly every day of the week, but that doesn't stop them from being friendly and inviting. Most of the textile shops include clothing and small housewares. They mostly cater to cultural needs, as nearly everything in Malaysia is influenced in some way by one of the 3 major religions here. In malls like this, you're more likely to find Hindu and Muslim articles like fabrics and prayer rugs. But don't pass up the chance to find out about the amazing varieties of foods.
Hello. Can you tell me the name of these?
This is. Oh, wait, let me, please. Ma, wait,
What are these?
These are preserved fruits.
These are called what?
Preserved fruits.
Freezer fruit.
Yeah,
Okay.
pickles.
Pickles. Okay.
This is mango.
Mango.
This is mango with skin.
Mango skin.
This is guava. This is papaya. This is nutmeg. This is palm
Papaya,
fruit.
Nutmeg and palm fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you said this one was called what?
Umbra.
Umbra.
Yeah.
And I know it tastes bitter, right? Why does it?
No. It's sweet. It's sweet.
All right. Well, thank you for the help.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you.
The Dao Chinese markets, however, are almost never indoors. They like to take up entire streets, where they open up street-side shops and set up stalls on the sidewalks. I find Chinese markets to be among the most fascinating places I've ever seen. They're not only full of life, they're full of color, flavor, sound, sights, and scents. It's almost a sensory overload, and it's a phenomenal place for photography. Chinese people love to barter, so even if you don't understand what's being said, you can still pretty much assume that people are talking about the quality, deciding on the quantity, and haggling for the best price. It's a place where sellers and vendors get so caught up in the age-old experience of commerce that they hardly even notice being filmed. Chinese markets can be found all over Asia, and for the most part, you can count on seeing pretty much the same things taking place in each one. But the coolest part about visiting them is that what they do offer is always presented in a unique way. And in that, they serve as a remarkably accurate metaphor for Chinese culture. While Chinese people don't offer the greatest variety, they always seem to do so in a unique way. And so outsiders are always left with the impression of variety. And in the end, that's probably enough to say that the experience was worth it.
Happy New Year!
Market hopping builds up quite an appetite, but to escape the crowds, you'll have to find a place to sit down and eat.
Hello. What are you making?
Yeah, I'm making a flour that brown filter.
Brown sugar?
Brown filter with a tofu, fried tofu.
Oh, brown fritter. And so you cook that, you fry it?
Yeah, just put a flour on it and we put green beans and steaks on it.
Okay,
and we fry it back.
It looks like like this when you're finished?
Yeah, that's we got a special gravy there.
Special gravy.
Yeah, that is made from the sweet potatoes. It goes with the dates, chestnuts and peanuts together.
Huh. And how much is one of these?
Even 70 cents a piece. In
Wow.
one plate there's 3 pieces, $2.10.
That's pretty cheap.
Even damn cheap, not to say 50 cheap. Damn cheap there.
Damn cheap, cheap.
The food for the poor people.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, why don't you try one of these? Once you try, you know how the taste is.
Once you try it, you know how.
Once you try it, you know what the taste, and you can explain to other people how the taste is.
All right, I'll try one.
Someone ever seen?
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to order a iced tea cup. Is that what it's called? Iced tea cup. And this is amazing. They've got this little comic strip about how the restaurant started and how the drinks got their name, I guess, and how they prepare the drink. Wow. They show you how they ground ice. During World War II, they had a block of ice that they ground and it just dropped into a plate. From the 60s to 70s, it had a wheel that turned and it ground up the ice block underneath and it dropped into a pan. And then from the 80s to the present day, they had a different machine that grinds it with a turning motor here into a pile here. The history of ice making, all on one menu. Alright, so I guess I'm going to get a coconut tea, iced coconut tea, which smells really good. The smell of the cakes that he's cooking over there it's kind of like a very mild, sugary flavor, and it's kind of airy and even refreshing, I'd say.
You can just see, you want a gravy, you can ask, I can plus for you the gravy.
This is the gravy here?
Yeah, that's the gravy. That is made from the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato gravy?
Yeah, it goes with the dates and peanuts together.
Oh, yeah.
With the chili and sugar.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah. Just try it, you will love it.
I'm sure I will, thanks. And what's the name again?
They call it a
Chicho Udang. Chicho Udang. Alright, here we go. I'll try one without the sauce. Very hot. I don't really have a whole lot of taste. It doesn't taste like what it smells like anyway. It tastes a lot, I mean, it's very sort of gelish. I don't know if you can see the consistency here. It's extremely hot. But it's kind of rubbery and bounces around like jello. I mean, it's good. It tastes like almost like a very liquidized, pretty sort of a viscous bread. Let's try it with the sauce. This is what the plate looks like. This is the sauce here. Sweet potato, it's got some peanut crumbles. This is the bread itself, the custard bread. And this is fried cake with, looks like bean sprouts, and that's it, bean sprouts in it. And he's thrown in some slices of cucumber. Wow, that is so good. This is called iced tingkap, and it's got little sort of fish egg type seeds or something in there. I think they're seeds from the fruit itself. And the drink is reddish color. It's doesn't have any ice in there. It just has this sort of block of ice mixed in with the fruit there. It's kind of just like a floating mound of frozen deliciousness. It's excellent. I don't want to stop drinking it. It's so good.
Navigating any of the major arteries cutting through the downtown area will bring you to someplace interesting. Today, it just so happened that a young community taiko percussionist group was set up in front of Fortune Park. Walking the city is great, but Penang has a lot more to offer too. Make sure that when you arrive, you hop on a city bus that will lead you around the town to visit some of the sites. There's a butterfly park, Penang Hill, the botanical gardens, the Penang Museum, an art gallery, and of course, Kek Lok Si. I highly recommend taking the long climb up the stairs to visit this amazing temple. Besides the seemingly endless array of knickknacks that adorn nearly every hangable and stowable space along the footpath to the temple, there's also a turtle pond right in the middle to let you know that you're halfway there. Kek Lok Si is the largest Buddhist temple in Southeast Asia, which sits on top of a mountain right in the middle of the city. And while it's heavily commercialized, there are genuine artifacts and events that make it worth the visit. The temple's construction began in 1890, and its benefactor in 1906 was one Captain China, as the British called him. Chung Kang Kui was made a millionaire from his innovations in the tin mining business. He was a philanthropist and a well-respected businessman by both the East and the West, and it was under his direction that the 7-story main pagoda was built. At the entrance to the main portion of the mountain's plateau is an incredibly ornate and impressively detailed temple. Inside of which can be found 10,000 Buddhas along its walls. The Mahayana temple is host to a complete set of monk barracks, and the temple itself is painstakingly kept up by these dedicated men. Embracing both Mahayana and Theravada Buddhism, the temple was originally designed by the chief monk of the Goddess of Mercy Temple in nearby Pitt Street. The Chinese name for Goddess of Mercy is Kuan Yin, and she is perhaps the temple's most impressive feature, cresting the highest point on the mountain. She stands nearly 30 meters tall, and construction was completed on her in 2002. Since then, however, Penang's affluent Chinese community has donated enough money to buy the 16 hand-carved dancing dragon columns that hold up the 3 concentric octagonal roofs that currently cover her. At the time of filming, this last portion was still being built, but it's said that it should be finished by the time of this film's release, mid to late 2013. If you come to Penang and don't visit this temple, you really can't claim to have seen the island. It's such a huge contributing factor to Penang's cultural heritage. Penang Hill is another short trip that will definitely be worth your while on the island. It rises more than 820 meters above the heart of Georgetown, so it's always noticeably cooler than on street level. Plus, there's a very cool tram that gets you up to the top. The first time I visited Penang, this tram was out of service, so I hitched a ride with a local, bringing up food and supplies. But it's been working on every visit since. Penang Hill is also more than just a mini mountain overlooking the island. It's got a very cool recent history as well. Firstly, it's not actually called Penang Hill. That's just a local designation. The mountain, Bukit Bundara, actually means Flagstaff Hill in Bahasa. But that wasn't its first official title either. The mountain was first called Strawberry Hill by Captain Light, who cleared its forests for growing the fruit of its inspiration. The first trail to the top was opened up through the botanical gardens on the other side of the mountain from the city. It's a tough climb too, since the grade is steep and relentless. But it can be done, and in fact, is done by daily joggers and cyclists trying to stay fit. Recent plans to make this hill into a resort have been thwarted by the challenge that this gradient poses. But there's a very posh, very expensive restaurant at the top that seems to have stood the test of time. This final version of the tram is the mountain's most recent in more than 100 years, as the first construction plans were attempted in 1897. People have been trying to cheat their way up this stout stretch ever since. And in 1923, the first successful funicular was built by a Swiss company. Photos of this tram's historical failures throughout the years can be seen at the station. Once up at the top, there's not much to do other than gaze over the city. If you come here on the weekends, or as was the case in this footage, on a holiday, plan on quite a long wait going up or down the mountain. But when you compare this to the 5.5 kilometer knee-breaking hump, most people choose to wait. There's a small eatery with 2 stories of food stalls, and an oddly placed owl museum, complete with locally made wood carvings. There's sort of a stage and bleachers area that seems never to be used, and there's also supposed to be a snake show, but I've never actually seen it in action any of the times I've visited. There's also an elaborately decorated Hindu temple, which is definitely worth a visit, but beyond that, the rest of the hill is totally off limits. Walking along the fence after nightfall is what drives most of the crowds here. It's definitely the best view in town.
How many times per day you do this?
Today I really tired.
You never counted, huh?
Never counted. For normal day, you are running around 13 or 25 trips for normal day. I think today more, I think around 100 trips.
Wow.
I think like, because every 5 minutes running, start running 8:30 morning.
Wow.
Until now.
When is your last trip?
Last trip 11 o'clock. I think after not so many people, maybe 2 or 3 trips like this. Clear?
How many people can fit on the train?
100.
100 people on the
100
train?
people, and then sometimes depend to the counterweight.
So you have, if you have 100 trips and 100 people on each trip, that's 10,000 people. That's a lot of movement. And there's how many trains? 2 trains, right?
2 trains.
So there's 20,000 people per day in the New Year. What other day do you have like a lot of?
Sometimes Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes Saturday, Sunday. Depend to the Malaysian public holiday. Yeah. You want to know about crowded or not crowded? Example, same like today, Chinese New Year, and then New Year for celebrate Muslim celebrate Raya Puasa, and then Christmas, Deepavali. This time very a lot of people. Sometimes you really tired.
Yeah, and every day?
Not every day, around 2 days or 3 days, and then normal back.
Right. So the price of the ticket, does it change during the holiday?
No, not change, same.
Always the same?
Same.
How long, how many kilometers?
For original count, 1996 meter. 1996 meter.
196 meters.
Yes. Then your count water and a little bit up there to the room, around 2 kilometers.
Yeah. So it's almost 5 minutes, right? Yeah.
Depends to the speed.
Right. And how fast can the train go?
How fast you can running 10 meters per second.
10 meters per second?
10 meters per second.
Even when you're going up?
Yes.
It's very fast.
Yes. Take time, original count around 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
Wow. That's pretty fast. And what's your name?
My name is Muhammad Zaidi.
Mohammed
Zaidi.
Zaidi.
You can call me Eddie.
Eddie?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for talking.
Well.
One last thing that you'll want to do in Penang is to go to Penang Road at the junction of Love Lane and eat a Ramly burger. It's not just a burger, it's an experience sitting and watching the action. So what is the burger called that you make? What do you call a burger that you make?
Ramly burger.
Ramly burger.
Ramly burger.
Ramly burger. And what's so good about it? You have secret sauce.
Yeah, of course.
The butter they use here isn't actually butter. It's from a certain type of palm seed. They normally put 2 patties together and throw on an egg, calling it a normal double Ramly burger. These can be found all over Malaysia, and they're highly recommended, especially after a long day of sweating and walking through the city. They're just heavy enough to put you right to sleep in the noisy tourist district. What type of sauce do you use? Mayonnaise and mustard and...
Chili sauce,
yeah?
pepper sauce, mustard, mayonnaise, chili, ketchup, whatever you like.
About everything. And what different kind of toppings? You put egg on there, and what else?
Egg and cheese.
Egg and cheese?
Egg and cheese.
And what type of meat?
Or you can add sausage also.
Yeah. And what type of meat do you have?
Beef, chicken, egg, beef, chicken, prawn, fish, lamb, rabbit.
Rabbit. I'm gonna have to get a rabbit one next time.
Yeah.
We are here at the Love Lane Inn. This is my good friend Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's the owner of the Love Lane Inn. He's a good old friend of mine.
Yes.
I met him in Koh Samui in Thailand 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So it's been a great time coming here. I've stayed here many times. I strongly recommend coming here to the Love Lane Inn. It's on Love Lane, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So in any case, Jimmy's going to give me a tour of the old town, so we're going to go do that right now. You ready?
Right, yeah, I'm ready. Right. Yeah, good. No, I will show you the Blue Mansion first. It's a legend. This Chinese guy come to Penang with no money, and now later he become billionaire. The Blue Mansion here. And now they convert into homestay. The name is Chong Fat Si Mansion, yeah. And they have a tour, and that is the guy up there. There's a picture of the guy. He is the owner. He came here with no money, and he become billionaire. He married 8 wives. Every wife have a room, and they got 360 windows of this mansion. It's very, very interesting. Up to today. Today the grandson is in charge, and they open as homestay for tourists. And all the items are antiques, 100 over years old. So this is a mansion, and now they keep it as a legend. You can see all the houses here are built in 1928 by British, and they call it a Love Lane here. It was a red light district before, when British time. And there's a St. Xavier School, 160 years old. The oldest school, and it is the best school in Penang, St. Xavier. Chinese school. It was burned down. Until now, this is the first Chinese school in Penang, and you can, I think there's some rundown now, and I think they're going to rebuild to have some sort like memory of this school. And this is a house of a typhoon Honda Low Bunshiu. This is the house, the famous in Penang and South in Malaysia, Singapore. He is the one which he didn't go to school. He cannot write his name, and he came from China. He was a bicycle repair, and now he end up when the Second World War over. He went to Japan, the first visiting for the business. Then he tried, Japanese to try to cooperate with him to bring the first batch of a motorcycle Honda 50cc. She bring 1 and 2 and 3 and keep ordering, and at last he got appointed as the whole Malaysia, East and West and Singapore as general agents. Up to today, he's a typhoon, and he was passed away just a couple of years ago. And now the son, the daughter, son-in-law, they care.
And you said that they're not allowed to destroy these older buildings.
Yes, you see here, they're not allowed to destroy. They have to upkeep the front portions and build the modern portion at the back. And in front, you see the house, the old house all in front. Yeah, so you build the modern house at the back. You see, they will upkeep the old house.
And the new construction is behind it.
Behind. This one, it been knocked down, the old house even. And it was been sued by the government. They have to construct the house, the front, exactly the old one. But the construction is new. So he must have the old house in front.
So he sued the government for tearing down the house?
The government sued him.
Oh, the
and
government
disallowed him to build this building for more than decades. Yeah. So we go and then turn back, you can have better view.
So he rebuilt the front, but then built the hotel on top of it.
Also here you can see this building is very old, and it was a British colonial house, and it turned to KFC. Look at it. The only, I can't say the word, but in Asia, this is the one, the colonial house, they turned to KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Thank goodness that KFC is American, so we help destroy an icon.
But the building is British colonial building.
Yeah. That's pretty ironic. We just screw them over every chance we get, don't we?
Yeah.
What kind of tree is this? Banyan tree?
This is Penang tree. This is what they call a Penang tree. I'll show you later. You get the picture. The history of Penang is from this tree.
Yeah.
This tree, when Sir Francis Drake asked what type of tree in Penang before, it's all this type of tree. And the Aborigine told them Penang. The local name is Penang, is Pizarnat. And so the Francis Drake cannot pronounce Penang. So Penang. So the name is from this tree, Penang. And the local is Penang.
And so the locals call it Penang, and everyone else calls it Penang.
No, the Captain Francis Drake called Penang.
Right.
Because he can pronounce, and now it remains Penang.
Right. And you said that they make Brazil nuts?
Betel nuts.
Oh, betel nuts. Right.
Yeah. where Indians like to chew and the local Aborigine like to chew, is a pizza nuts. This one is a British Army quarters. So it built in 1926, and now they changed to convert to the Heritage Hotel 1926. This is all original building from the army before British Army. This one, so they call Heritage Hotel now. And you can see a statue of Queen Victoria. Oh, they changed the dress again. From green, they changed to gold, yellow, and now they changed to darker color now. There's a Queen Victoria in front with a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a British, but still they don't paint yet. It's to be like that.
Wasn't there one that was a college?
Over there.
Oh, ahead.
Yeah. The one, and they built the university at the back. The front is a, like a White House. Yeah, over there.
A blue building.
Like the White House. Look.
And that's the one with the college in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the British built it, it was just a warehouse. But
this I think is very rich man. The British rich people, they built this house.
right.
And now it belongs to the Chinese. It's called Dato Lim. You see, there's a guy standing there.
Mm-hmm.
The statue. There's he built. And then he built this. It's college or it's a university. University, or son of a university.
What do they teach there?
I don't know. There are a lot of courses also as a university.
Yeah.
And see, this also all out. They tend to be clubs. Yeah, you see.
Right.
It's all colonial house. Tend to be a club.
Beautiful houses.
That's the one I told you. They no dams anymore, clearly. You see, he knocked the house down, and there he divided. They built it in front of the building. So at last they come to conclusion they have to upkeep the front of the old house, but it's rebuilt, new architecture. Take a long time, 1 decade to fight for the case, and that is another one.
So I guess he must have gotten a lot of money.
Yeah. And you see this one, right?
Yep.
In front is the old bungalow, and the back is the building.
I guess it's
and
the
all
game.
are near the seafront.
All on the ocean.
Yeah.
I guess this is the type of games that rich people play, huh?
Yeah. And the government also is good to keep the memory of the old housing.
Right.
Yeah. And at the back, they go inside to the building. The inside at the back of the mansion, inside the building, remain the first house, the bungalow house. So they built from the back.
Ah, commercialism.
On that?
Oh, okay, right.
That's the house. And now nobody stay. We just upkeep the house, cleaning. There's security. And now we come to the E&O Hotel. This part is new. All these are new. Only the first hotel built by the British colony, E&O Hotel, very famous before. And the other part is original in the old times. So they opened out here, the entrance over there, right corner.
Cool.
It's very, very famous. The first hotel in Penang. And this building is new. This High Court, that is the original house, a real original British colony, and they built it to be a High Court, and they follow copy, but they don't have two, three up there, right. But all is similarly the same. So this before is empty land, and now become a High Court. This is called a Black Maria. They transport all the criminal. Yeah,
this here?
Yeah, this trucks.
The police truck?
On the left, that is the First World War Memorial. You like, you can go down to have a picture or... Before the sword is a cross sword, yeah? Now they put a Laura because right. Muslims, they don't like cross.
I wonder what Muslims had to do with World War I.
So that is City Hall.
Right.
Now, the City Hall, the yellow one is City Council.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a field esplanade when the British, they have a parade, everything. They parade right. on the field. Yeah.
Cool.
This is the memory of the stone. When Francis Light arrived here, and so this is a landmark. Yeah, it's a landmark. Yeah.
Right.
And you see, Francis Light, they built, when they come in here before, they built the lighthouse, they built the flag post to commence the ships coming.
Right.
And Francis Light anchor his boat out here. So you walk across, they built this boat. And before this boat was not brick, it was a nipa tree. A nipa tree called Cornwallis. Yeah?
Right.
Cornwallis was one of his, they don't put a French name, Cornwallis. Okay, so this is a boat they built. And the history of these boats. The first in Malaysia, the first people come to Malaysia is the Indonesian people.
Yeah.
So they turn to a local Malay now. Okay. The second is the Portugal. Portugal, they arrived in Malacca in 1712, and they roaming the Malaysia. And when Francis Light came in 1786, so they had civil war with Portuguese, and they arrest the Portuguese, they put into prison, and they make them build the wall with brick. And before Fort Cornwallis, they're surrounded by water, you know, where the British like them surrounding by water, moats. And Francis Light was died because of malaria. Then the wife instructed to close the moat and become like that. Is all moat before and across here surrounding. Yeah. And this cannon was from Dutch. This cannon built in 1600s. And they didn't go to Indonesia, supposed to present to Indonesia. Then they put it here. In the olden days, there's no special doctor, all this and that, and the woman who want to conceive baby, they can, always they don't have chance. So they go and pray any tree, anywhere. At last they come to this cannon. They wish, and the wish come true. So everybody come to this cannon to wish, but not 100%, but 70% they have. Yeah, and when they have a children, they come. They put a laura flower at the end of the cannon. Huh. This is a miracle cannons, which the people say. And now no, now it's too many, so many specialists. So now they don't come here. That is
I wonder if it's a coincidence that it's shaped like a penis.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Magic cannon indeed.
This cannon was a bronze, and they make in 1600s, and there's an old British cast iron cannon. A lot missing, you see. Some people said, yeah. And you see, there's a wall behind. They close it up now. They open one for the people to know. Yeah, before the 1, 2, 3, 4 for outlet people. Yeah, there is a door. Very old warehouse. Include that one. They are Penang tree. So that is why they keep it here as Penang. Then you can see the yellow one, some up there. They green, not yellow yet. I can't find yellow. Or maybe some up there. Yellow. Yeah. So that is the bitter nuts.
And that's the betel nut.
Yeah, the bitter nut. Penang tree.
And they change your teeth, huh? To red teeth and red lips.
They chew. Then when they split out, the saliva is red like blood. So the teeth turning black and red. Yeah, right. That is ordinary. Those people, Indian, Malay, Aborigine, they used to chew like chewing gum. No, is here. There's a front gate.
So this was all a prison, huh, for the Portuguese?
Prison is inside. Oh. They have a prison before. This is a front gate for Portuguese. They built all this by the Portuguese. The prison walls so they built. And this clock tower was presented by a rich man, Penang rich man to Queen Victoria in 1837 to 1897 to build this. And now this clock tower is leaning, you see? Not straight now. It's like Pisa, slabs.
The leaning clock tower of Pisa.
Yeah. Now. So I don't know how it is. The road also on the level now is leaning aside.
Yeah, it's leaning a little to the left there.
Yes. You see the road? You can see the road. On your right side is higher. On left side is going down.
Right. Yeah, the sidewalk you can even see.
Yeah, you can see the difference. And you see on the fountain, there is symbol of the bitter nuts. The nuts standing and they cut into half. There's a mesh, there's the nuts. So the pinning, this is a symbol of the bitter nuts. Yeah.
A lot of police, huh?
Yeah, I don't know, because the Chinese New Year is around the corner. Yeah, but the police are sleeping. And there immigration office, and that is Banking Street. Banking Street, all the bank, foreign bank, local bank, so we call Banking Street. But actually, it's a beach road before when British time. Beach road.
Beach road.
Open this.
There's a giant incense, huh?
Yeah. Now we're heading to the cemetery, the British cemetery. Here you are, 1786, 1789 to 1892. but I know some last time it's not cleaning, but now some keeper they keep clean for the tourists. The big one over there. So the name is there, or everything, and there's a big tomb over there. I think somewhere here says Jonah or here. The Governor Prince of Wales. Alexander, late governor of this island, Lieutenant Colonel, and Captain John Cross, Gordon Bar. That is a tomb of Prince Cyle, who first found the island.
Huh. Discovered it, sort of.
Discovered, yeah. British gentleman. A few tankers. Name is gone. But the name is gone. The VIP here. This cemetery. Only Chinese.
This is the Chinese section, huh?
Somebody. Tomb of Princess Cyle is over there. The first founder of the island is over there.
It's over there.
Yeah, you can see it's not very big, but just read out you can find.
Okay,
Sir Princess Cyle, the founder of this island.
Hello.
Hello.
I need to register?
Yes, over here.
Once at the park, you'll need to register to get in, but the guide is optional. Generally, it's better to have a guide because in talking to other hikers, I clearly saw much more than they did because my guide pointed out the animals and knew the best locations for interesting plant life. Another added benefit of this is that your money will be spent locally.
All right, here's my itinerary. All right.
Ready? Yeah?
Ready.
Basically, we are here. It is a home park for the Penang National Park. We have two beaches, Turtle Beach and Monkey Beach. This is a trek to the Turtle Beach around, if let's say trekking, around 1 hour and a half, depend your stamina.
Okay.
Around more or less 3.5 kilometer for one way. The tracks is uphill, downhill. Here, Pantai Krachut, we have Turtle Conservation Center. We can see the baby turtle.
Knowing beforehand about the animals also helps to know what to look for.
Miromictic Lake means two types of water. This is a Penang National Park. This is the smallest national park in the world at the moment.
Smallest national park in the world.
At the moment.
And yet it's probably one of the most expensive. I'm just kidding.
We have the 5 habitats. We have the Victoria Carp, lowland. We have the hill mountain, Victoria Carp. We have mangrove area. We have the sandy beach, and we have the lake.
Okay. Before we even got into the hike, I was learning about the strange new fauna throughout the park.
Okay. Can you guess it? What plants this one? Okay, this is a screw pine.
Screw pine.
Screw pine. Screw pine trees. Screw pine trees can make the handicraft and laying mat. The local community cut this part and then cut off the spike here, and then dry under the sun, and then weaving. Now everything is machine can do it. The round of the plants is look like screw. That's why we call the screw pine.
Right. Makes sense?
Abutting the park on almost all its borders is the Strait of Malacca, so not only is there some interesting aquatic life to look forward to, there's also a fish farm that provides food for the park visitors and the surrounding restaurants.
The fish farm have the fish, red snapper, grouper, and sea bass. They are fly the fish to the hotel and then seafood restaurant somewhere around here.
And this is the floating
Floating chalet?
Floating houses?
No, only the fish farm.
Oh.
Fish farm only.
Oh, so they're not houses at
No.
all? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's poisonous, huh?
The guide might even talk about how to survive in the wild.
That is the easy formula. If you see the animal, the fruit, you can see the animal eat, monkey eat, that means human can eat. If it look very nice, nobody touch or bird or animal, that means human cannot eat.
Right. And what's the name of this tree?
Pandanus.
Pandanus tree.
Pandanus.
Alright, cool.
This is a Tongkat Ali, very famous Tongkat Ali, or the scientific name is a Euricoma longifolia. The extract from the root can make it the coffee. Eat the some of the Tongkat Ali leaf, then no mosquito bite you.
The trails are well maintained and obvious. They're not very difficult either. The heat will likely be your biggest challenge here. I opted for a trek that also included a boat ride to the rear of the park, as well as a couple of different hikes. The park covers around 2,300 hectares. I couldn't find any research to support the idea that it was the smallest in the world, but it's definitely the smallest in Malaysia. Headed toward the boat on the jetty, you can really get a good feel for the size of the park. It's not that big at all, but it packs quite a punch for its size. Don't be surprised if your boat captain is on the fringes of puberty. There are very lax labor laws in this part of the world.
So how old is the driver?
How old are you, Captain?
15.
15. Duly qualified to be a ballsy captain of a boat, huh?
No. How many?
And how about you? How old are you?
I 17.
17?
Yeah.
All right. I think you put you guys, both of you together, I'm still older than you.
If you end up taking the boat ride, you'll get to see the fish farm up close. And it's interesting to see how it's done. Basically, the fish are raised in chambers that are kept in place by a series of sunken nets. The algal blooms are a bit troublesome in the area, but it does seem to sustain the local food supply. Along the ride, you'll also see some other amazing things. There's the Crocodile Head Rock, Rabbit Rock, Turtle Rock, and lots of other endearingly named formations. And of course, there's also some pretty amazing wildlife. Sea eagles are a common sight flying overhead. These large raptors are known for making their homes in upper canopy perches. Monitor lizards can be seen sunbathing on the rocks. They like to eat the carrions and crabs. Famous for the dragon lore that surrounds them, the lizards here can get as long as 2 meters in length. There are the cute and playful sea otters that seem about as inquisitive of visitors as we are of them. If you're lucky, you'll get to see a pod of bottlenose dolphins. And of course, there are bound to be plenty of monkeys running around trying to catch stranded crabs in the crevasses of the rocky intertidal zone. There are several different species of macaw and other monkeys throughout Penang. They congregate around Penang Hill and the National Park, but they can be seen all over. Most of the time, it's wise to enjoy your visit at a distance, as they can be pretty unpredictable. I chose to land on a small beach and take the bridge over into the forest. Once on land though, there was a very unique tidal estuary that exists here. I didn't know this about the park, but it's one of the few places in the world where holomictic conditions exist. The fresh water comes down from the mountains, and the salty water comes in from the sea. However, because of the conditions here, the waters don't intermix. This one is technically called a mirromictic lake, though it's not technically a lake by definition. It's more of a seasonal lagoon, which makes it even more rare, and therefore extremely appealing to my geekiness. Another new item that I learned about was that there was a canopy bridge being built, but my guide didn't know when construction would be finished. It's a crazy sound, huh?
It's cicadas. A small insect cuts the big sound.
To find some of the more hidden foliage, my guide took me slightly off the trail. I've been hoping to see the monkey cups indigenous to this part of the world, so I was sure to note my interests in spending time looking for it.
It is a monkey cup.
Monkey cup?
Monkey cup.
Okay.
Carnivore plant.
Carnivorous plant.
Carnivore plant.
And what animal does it eat?
Ants, flies, and then flies.
Yeah.
Okay, the cover, okay, the trap, how do you function? Use the trap, how the trick, this plant, trap the flies to here, and then trap to here, cover.
Right. Why is this one a reddish color and the other ones are green?
Okay, this is young, this is when the ripen.
Oh, and that's when that's why it's at the lower point of the tree, huh?
This is monkey cup, alboginata species. This is the same, and have the cover when the ant or flies crossing the cover and the cover close. I cannot tell to the local people. They are cutting, so take it back.
The end of the trail opens up at a camping area. Beyond that is the hatchery on Turtle Beach.
This is we call blood trees because if you put here the knife here and then black sap come out, the sap is look like blood. Here, you see.
The tree is bleeding.
Yes. Okay.
Wow.
This sap, one of the ingredients made for the varnish.
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 To strip paint.
Yes.
Huh?
replica, not the real one. Okay. This is a baby turtle. We keep until 2 weeks. Normally, in the Pantai Kerachut in the Penang, we have 2 species, green turtle and hawksbill species. At the moment, we only have a green turtle. Hawksbill species very rarely landing here.
Yeah.
Okay, along the beach, turtle landing, 1 month 2 times. But I don't know what the specific day turtle landing. But according from the calculate from the ranger here, have experienced 1 month 2 times, every 15 days, every 2 weeks, with the same mother. How do you know the same mother? Big mother, because ranger have the tagging at the flippers, the number. And then when landing along the beach, ranger monitoring until 7:30 o'clock, 7:30, and then until 7:30 p.m. to 7:30 morning, 12 hours. If the mother turtle landing, the collect the egg, the mother turtle lay the egg. One mother turtle lay the egg 100 to 150.
The researchers kept a single turtle for observation purposes. I found out that it didn't have a name, and I was offered to officially name it for the hatchery. I called him George, for the capital of Penang, Georgetown.
Turtle hatchery. Turtle hatchery, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, this is a sample. Okay. When the ranger collect the egg after laying at the beach and move it and dig the hole 40 cm to 60 cm deep. Okay, because we cannot go to very deep and not so deep. That is the best time, because if they become the baby, very easy to hide out. Okay, and then the ranger must put the mark here. For this is example 21 January 2013, 70 pieces, and then this is a green turtle species. How many pieces? 48 pieces. 48 the egg. Okay, this area, the turtle hatchery, the area have the shade that is a cool temperature. The cool temperature, maybe 99% is for the male turtle. For the male.
So this is when the temperature comes into play.
Yes, research have done.
Yeah.
And then there is a double net here. Is very nearby. It's become the baby. It is cover up with the double because worry sometimes the monitor lizards come here. You can see it. You can see there's a trap.
These are from monitor lizards. These track.
Sometimes it's trap.
So they know that they can come in here and find turtles, huh?
Yes.
Do they smell them?
You can smell it.
Huh. For the amount of time that you can spend hiking the trails in this park, I can't imagine a better investment. Learning about the park was incredibly cool, and I strongly recommend a visit here if you plan on coming to Penang.
Kadamban wara